There is one behavior that every single human on the planet does, has always done, and historians almost never put in their textbooks. Not war, not farming, not fire. Something quieter than all of that. And it turns out, the way civilizations decided to handle this one tiny private act, whether to shame it, celebrate it, or pretend it did not exist, quietly shaped medicine, religion, law, and what we think a healthy body even is. You realize nobody handed you that opinion. Someone built it a long time ago.
The behavior is masturbation, self-stimulation for sexual pleasure, and the history of how societies have responded to it is one of the strangest, most revealing stories about how humans control each other. The first point is ancient acceptance. For a long stretch of early human history, masturbation was not a moral problem at all. In ancient Egypt, the god Atum was said to have created the world through an act of masturbation, which means the culture considered it generative, powerful, even sacred. Ancient Sumerian texts treat it casually, as a normal part of life. In ancient Greece and Rome, it was largely unremarkable. No one was building laws against it. The shame came later, and it came from a specific place. The second point is where the guilt actually started. In the early 18th century, the 1700s, a Swiss doctor named Samuel August Tissot published a book claiming that masturbation caused physical illness, blindness, insanity, weakness, wasting of the body. He called it a disease. He had essentially no real evidence, but the book spread across Europe like wildfire. Before Tissot, doctors were not particularly worried about this. After Tissot, it became a medical emergency, and that shift was enormous because once something is framed as a health threat, institutions get engulfed. The third point is what institutions actually did with that idea. Once masturbation was coded as dangerous, it did not stay in the doctor's office. It moved into schools, into parenting advice, into architecture. Boarding schools were redesigned to stop children from having privacy at night. In the United States, John Harvey Kellogg, yes, the cornflakes guy, ran a sanitarium in the late 1800s where a significant part of the treatment program was suppressing masturbation. He believed bland food reduced sexual urges. That is a partial reason cornflakes exist. Religious institutions reinforced the medical framing, and the medical framing reinforced religious institutions, and the two built a loop that lasted well into the 20th century. The fourth point is the correction, and why it matters that it had to be a correction. In 1972, the American Medical Association formally stated that masturbation is a normal part of human sexuality. That sounds obvious now, but it took until 1972 for the official medical establishment to say it out loud. What that tells you is that for roughly 250 years, Western medicine had been treating a completely normal human behavior as a pathology, a sickness. And real people were genuinely harmed by that through shame, unnecessary procedures, and institutional control over their bodies. The takeaway is simple. Every time a culture decides something natural is dangerous, it is worth asking who made that decision, when, and what they were trying to control. Because the answer is almost never just about health.